inspiration is one of those things that I think it can come from people, it can come from moments, and I think you never know when it's going to happen. For me, I never thought that I would be an inspirational figure in anybody's life, let alone, you know, internationally known right now and, doing LGBTQ work throughout the world. Um, I think drawing inspiration from people or moments is something that I still do. Even at my level, I look at icons in the sport of the strength world. Obviously there's, Arnold, who, weirdly enough is now a friend of mine. The person that I looked up to the most when I was getting into the sport, Derek Poundstone, is now my coach. Um, I think these are all people that I drew inspiration from early in my career to try to emulate and to try to live a similar career and a similar lifestyle as. And I think it's just so important to, have that reason and have those people to look up to keep you motivated and to keep you kind of what you want to keep you on track of what you want to do. And, it doesn't have to be just in strongman, right? It's whether there's business owners that people look up to that are successful, that, individuals look at to for inspiration. Um, I think they like inspiration just comes in like the weirdest ways. For me, something that inspires me is those positive messages that I get on social media, messages from, teenagers that are contemplating suicide. Like that is so inspiring to me to say, I look at myself, I'm like, what you have and the platform you have is so special and so powerful that every time I step into the gym, obviously I have my husband with me and I don't want to let him down, but I also don't want to let those people down either. And I think the most amazing thing about my fans is I got a message from somebody that said, you know, we don't care about the trophies you take home. We just care about you being there. And that just goes to touch again on how important visibility is and how important representation is, kind of in this public eye. And to me, that is my inspiration is those people out there who, I don't, people who are listening to this, who see this, they might not realize that they inspire me on a daily basis. It's all the people that, give me support and give me the motivation and are behind me every single day. That really just excite me and inspire me to be my best. Inspiration, I feel, is extrinsic, where motivation can be intrinsic. And I think, to achieve any level of success, you have to have some sort of intrinsic motivation to keep you going on your path. But then there is also external motivation, where it's you see people doing unimaginable things, achieving so many different levels of success that help get you up every single day, that keep you focused on your goals. But I think the most important things, to kind of separate the two from inspiration and motivation is really focusing on that intrinsic motivation and focusing on what keeps you happy, what is pushing you to this, whatever your goal is, what is it that is going to keep you on course and make sure you achieve that to keep you happy. Because I think like the biggest underlying thing of what we're talking about comes down to personal happiness. If you are happy with yourself, if you're happy with what you're doing, everything else just kind of falls into place. And I think that's something that people don't focus on. I think people focus all the time on like, oh, just work, 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 head down, can't think of anything else. And then they're miserable and they're wondering why things aren't lining up in their life. Whereas if you just take a step back, take a deep breath, look at what you're doing, and you enjoy the ride of what's going on, things just naturally happen. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They don't realize that. And they tend to lose sight of their own happiness in the pursuit of whatever their, goal is.
It's so strange that you say it like that. For me, I was running a business that I hated, but I so badly wanted it to be successful. I was just miserable the whole time. I left, did something that I was happy at, and it was successful. It's just so crazy how it falls into place. Would you say happiness is success?
Yes. I don't look at success as dollars in a bank account. If it wasn't, I'm not that successful. I think, for me, if you can wake up every day and enjoy what you're doing, enjoy your life, and realizing that you're very fortunate to be in that position, then you've succeeded. To me, I don't know if there's anything more important than happiness. I mean, like I said, when I think I hold it to such a high pedigree because I lived so much of my life unhappy that when I finally got to experience happiness and love for the first time, um, I realized what I was missing out on. And I think that's why it's something that's so special to me. And I think that's why, I'm always, have such a positive demeanor and always, kind of have this bubbly personality about myself, is because I genuinely am happy all the time, and realizing where I am and the things I've been given in life. It's something that, I'm never going to take for granted.
That's amazing. Yeah, being happy, man. So it's so underrated. Yeah, yeah. It's wild, yeah, and it's just overlooked, and I feel so terrible that so many people don't understand that as well. A lot of people are chasing dollars, or and it's just happiness isn't that goal of so many people. The majority of people, happiness isn't the goal.
No, it's not. It's where can I get in my career? It's, how can I get that pay raise? It's how can I get the promotion? And, while all that stuff is great and important, if it's making you miserable, what's the point? For me, like, I'd rather take a lower paying job that I enjoy than a higher paying job that has extra stress and added, things that are going to make me upset and add stress to my life negatively. I think, stress is inevitable, but I think there's positive and negative stress. And I think the more positive stress you can have in your life, that's what's going to motivate you to work towards your goals and ultimate happiness. Whereas negative stress is going to beat you down. It's going to make you tired, make you fatigued, and make you unmotivated to achieve anything better.